Hi friends, today let's solve questions related to communications and advanced communications in 2020 Telangana ESET question paper. This is for ECE. Now, frequency modulation is defined. So, what is FM? FM is an encoding of information in carrier wave by changing the instantaneous frequency of a message signal. Now, FM technology is widely used in computing, telecommunications, and signal processing. If you observe the answer, so in this, frequency of a carrier signal is varied with the instantaneous amplitude of the modulating signal. This is what I have told. Next, class of RF amplifier in which high level AM transmitter is generally class C amplifier also amplifies the power of AM signal to be reacquiring the transmitting power. The signal is finally passed to the antenna which radiates the signal into space of transmission. So class C amplifier. So I will show you the components in a high level AM transmitter. High level AM transmitter will be having an RF crystal oscillator connected to a buffer amplifier and then to a driver and then to a class C RF amplifier and then a transmitting antenna. So remember, you will be using a class C amplifier in a high level AM transmitter. Next, the main difference between a TRF receiver and a super heterodyne receiver is, I will try to show you the block diagram for better understanding the difference between TRF and super heterodyne receiver. So I have made this PDF which is available in the web link provided in the description of this YouTube video. Now see this question, see this above one is a TRF receiver and this is a super heterodyne receiver. If you observe, you have RF stage, mixing stage and even audio amplifier, but you don't have, even detector is also available there, but you will not be having an IF amplifier in TRF receiver. So to make it simple, try to go through the block diagram once. So TRF receiver will be having an RF amplifier with tuning and a detector and an audio amplifier. Whereas in a super heterodyne receiver, this is very important, you will be having an RF stage with antenna and the local oscillator will be producing the particular frequency, a mixer, IF amplifier, detector and power amplifier. So this block diagrams are very important, try to make a note of it. So IF amplifier will not exist in TRF receiver. Next, de-emphasis term is related to, de-emphasis means attenuating the frequencies by the amount by which they are boosted. So basically, pre-emphasis is done at the transmitter and de-emphasis is done at the receiver. So the purpose is to improve the signal to noise ratio for FM reception. So de-emphasis is related with FM receivers. The purpose is signal to noise ratio improvement. Next, direct space wave propagation. So due to the effect of curvature of earth, when the distance between the transmitter and the receiving antenna is large, the curvature of earth will be having a significant effect on the wave propagation. So the field strength at the receiver will become small as the direct ray may not be able to receive. So direct space wave propagation has a distance limitation due to the curvature of earth. Now if you see from a transmitter to the receiver, so direct wave, if it goes like this, reflected wave will be going like this. So curvature of earth will be having an effect on propagation. Next, slope overload distortion is eliminated by adaptive delta modulation. Basically, adaptive delta modulation is used to quantize difference between the current signal value and predicted signal value. It is mainly used to overcome slope overload distortion and granular noise which occurs in delta modulation. So granular noise and slope overload distortion are eliminated. So for a better understanding, I will show you what exactly is granular noise. So if you see this, so slope overload error, to identify the slope of the signal, there is an error called slope overload, and again when the value is fixed, it will be fluctuating between the higher value and lower value, which is called granular noise. Next, coding techniques for error detection and correction fall under, in telecommunication, in information theory and coding theory, forward error correction channel or channel coding is a technique used to control errors in data transmission, and they are over noisy communication channels. So if you observe, these are basically in channel coding. So you have forward error correction or channel coding technique used in controlling errors in data transmission. Next, which dimensions are used by quadrature amplitude modulation? Quadrature amplitude modulation is a process in which the signal which has two carriers is shifted in phase by 90 degrees. Maybe sine and cos are modulated and combined. As a result, their 90 degrees phase difference, and they are in quadrature, which gives rise to the name. So you observe, quadrature is in the keyword here, and you have in phase, which is a property of quadrature amplitude modulation. Next, redundant bits are necessary for synchronization between transmission and receiver. So basically, redundant bits are extra binary bits that are generated and added to the information carrying bits of data transfer to ensure no bits are lost during the data transfer. So this phenomenon is basically used in time division multiplexing. Next, so if you observe all the statements, so the measure of antenna's directivity is called beam width, and the angle of radiation pattern over which the transmitted energy is directed or received. So beam width is basically the measure of an antenna's radiation pattern. Now, an isotropic antenna is an ideal antenna which will be radiating power uniformly in all directions, and this power is strongest direction divided by the power. So it is not having a narrow beam width. Okay. Next, so with a broadside array, you will be having high bidirectional beam perpendicular to the plane of array. So elements are arranged in parallel and in same phase. More than two elements are used in a broadside array. So the direction of maximum radiation is always perpendicular to the line of the plane of the array. So according to the elements that lie on the line, so broadside array will be having a radiation pattern something like this. So it is highly directional and the beam is perpendicular to the plane of array. These are the two important points you have to remember in a broadside array. Next, antenna which produces circularly polarized EM waves. This is a very standard question. Helical antenna will be producing it. So in normal mode of radiation, the radiation field is a helix axis and the radiated waves are circularly polarized. So this mode of radiation is obtained in the dimensions of a helix having a smaller wavelength. So helical antenna is basically a combination of a short dipole and a loop antenna. Next, in a magnetron, oscillation are produced due to the bunching of electrons under radial electric field and axial magnetic field. Okay, so you will be having the magnetron with anode cavity, and it will be having interaction space, and this bunching of electrons will be happening in the radial electric field and axial magnetic field. Next, reflex klystron is a microwave generator because klystron works on the reflection and oscillation in a single cavity which has variable frequency. Also, reflex klystron consists of an electron gun, cathode filament, anode cavity, and an electrode at the cathode potential. It provides low power and low efficiency. So it is a microwave oscillator tube. Next, what are the limitations of a moving target in MTI radar compared to a simple continuous radar? Now, the drawbacks of an MTI radar are it has blind speed which does not get detected by the pulse of a MTI radar. So blind speed is defined as the magnitude of radial component of velocity of target when moving target appears as a stationary target and they have Doppler ambiguities. So the issue is with blind speeds. Next, EIRP in a satellite budget stands for equivalent isotropic radiated power. So this is a main parameter used in measurement of link budget, and EIRP is the product of transmitted power and the antenna gain in a given direction relative to the isotropic antenna of a radio transmitter. So generally EIRP is given in dB, decibel unit, decibels over isotropic. So with this, the questions related to communication are completed in 2020 Telangana ESET question paper.